All right, we've got a recap of week two. I have a couple of pictures here. Then I got something to show everybody to make sure they know about it, although I've already mentioned it. And then we'll announce the groups. And we do have a bit of something that happened with the groups. I'll explain it as we go. But here are your top 16. If the playoffs were to start next week, these will be the people who are in the playoffs. Of course, we still have 3 weeks to go, so this can all change. And the rest of our racers, of course. Week 3, you guys have already talked about it a little bit. Neapolitan-ish, vanilla map, spells, shops, enemy zones, and enemy abilities, so you know what all the enemies are. It's going to be pretty much vanilla, except Tantagel will spawn in a random zone, or in a random spot that is one of our towns or caves. Well, very fast XP, easy Sherlock. The big ones are Three's Company and Permanent Repel. Permanent Repel, you're going to run into those easy enemies fast, but you know what to grind if you can find them. And Three's Company, you don't have to kill the Dragon Lord. You're grabbing Gwaelin, you're going to the Dragon Lord. Probably around level 17, but maybe earlier if you think you can get away without heal more.
I have not once gotten heal more, just FYI.
There we go. The big thing with this and Permanent Repel, we usually do by a majority vote. So in a 4-player race, that's 3 of 4, and a 2-player race, 2 or 3-player race, 2 of 3. You can choose to reroll if armor is in the throne room, but it has to be a majority vote, and we're not going to take that like 20 minutes after the race starts. It'll be within the first few minutes, of course. And the other thing is it's a position round. Now, this tool is very useful for vanilla map. Not a lot of people know about it. Some people knew about it but didn't know exactly how it worked. It was linked in the resource sheet in the beginning of the or in the rules document. I posted it in players room earlier today, and I'm going to show everyone here now. Joof, you made this. It works really well. You pick your spot that Tantagel starts in. So at the top right here, I have Tablet Cave. You can see Tablet Cave in the center of the screen, that zone. Tantagel is there. You get your coordinates from Cantlin. Put them in next or on the top line. And that pink dot down in the bottom right corner shows you where the item should be, where the coordinates are. This is fully open for everyone to use. It is race legal. So make sure you have it. Alrighty, some groups. Again, a position round, so it's not hard to figure out. Players 1 through 4, Ziggy, Venicus, Beta, and Aaron. What do you guys think of that group?
Looks
I
pretty
think I'm
tough.
happy not. Yeah, it's pretty tough. Happy not to be in it.
Yeah, Ziggy kicked the tar out of me this week, so there you go.
Aaron, the only one that has lost, or well, not lost a match, but got second in a match. The other 3 are undefeated so far. Second group, Sassage, DK, Joof, and High Spirits.
Well, I don't think this is much better, but I'm in it, so I'll have to deal with it.
Yeah, evenly matched, just as the position rounds should.
Group number 3, Kiglis, Destiny, Ragai, and Sandcraft.
Again, there's still some of the names you'd expect to be up here that haven't shown, and Destiny's tournament run has been really intriguing. I don't think he's ever had a playoff appearance, at least in Winter League. So it will be cool to see if he can keep up the good result. But any of these could be playoff match preview.
Group number 4, Just Chris, Queen Patrick, Pav, and DB2.
Now, if only we had Slamu here, we'd be a proper underscores group.
Group number 5, Artorias, there's Slamu, Scarlet Shadow, and Chadbert.
And yes, Scarlet Shadow coming off a phenomenal summer tournament run. Will be really interesting to see how far he can make it. I know he didn't make playoffs last year here in Winter League, but really has a potential for a huge bracket run.
Group number 6, Ladab, Archfield, myself, and RG365. I am not looking forward to this group at all.
Yeah, Ladab has been really good so far. He actually kind of should have beat me and put me in last place in our race, but he had a failed Dragon Lord fight. So yeah, really good performance from him. Archfield always good, and RG as well was in playoffs.
Now that these two groups are up, I'll make mention of this. RG365 and IC10AS had exactly the same score, exactly the same Buckholz, exactly the same combined. So we did a coin flip, and technically IC10AS was supposed to be in our group, but I think that's just because of alphabetical order. So after a coin flip, RG ended up in my group. IC10AS ended up group number 7, along with Zatrix, Nimenva, and Miplet.
Yeah, you could say maybe that's a slightly kinder group that Icy gets to play in, but Icy coming off a gargantuan second place finish where he was ahead of Angel FM. It was, in my opinion, a breakout race for him, and I think that his results could continue to be impressive. Miplet also doing well.
Yeah, so far I see no name that I would be surprised to see in the top finishers in the first 5 weeks. Everyone's so good.
Okay, group number 8, Silly Dabbit, Jackamus, Dweem, and Stags28.
Yeah, now we're getting into slightly darker horses, but Jackamus has been strong. Dweem has a lot of potential, I think. Man, and even Davitt's pretty good. And yeah, you can't count out any of those guys. Still everyone here has playoff potential.
Number 9, Bob Pineapple, Jay Coper, Oog, and Yakko Wacko 20. Also not a group I'd want to be in, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. You know, you end up down here and you're thinking, you know, it's the position round. It's my chance to get my tournament going in the right direction. But yeah, then you end up in a group like that where truly anyone could win. You know, there are no guarantees.
All right, in the first of our 3-player groups, we have Angel FM, Sanirath, and Edge.
Angel down here reminds me of back when Mario Andretti would have other drivers qualify his car for the Indy 500 for him so he could race Formula One, and he'd get to be in the race but would have to start last. Angel definitely looking to pick up first place here and get his tournament pointed in the right direction after a couple of disappointing weeks.
Yeah, this is a group of death, but surprisingly a low group of death, if that means anything. Definitely a group I would not be happy to be in either. Just 3 players though, so everyone's gonna get at least 2 points from that.
Yeah, if you're Sonny Wrath or Edge, you're groaning, but you also have an opportunity to really make history by pulling the ups.
Something else I'll mention before I read the next names. This week, of course, we have to go by our placement in order to pick our 3-person groups. The first week, the second week, and the fourth week, we will try not to have anyone in a 3-person group twice. Anyone that's already been in a 3-person group will not get in there again. We'll randomize it again so that they end up in a 4-person group. But again, weeks 3 and 5, we really have no choice. Okay, group number, I last count, 11. Mand, C Parsley, and Opti7. Opti also was flipped because of a complete tie in score, buckholz, and cumulative.
Yeah, and Opti has had my attention for a while. She usually doesn't get superb results, but has real flashes of speed, and I think has the potential to win that race.
Yeah, she almost beat Angel in his in their race back in week 1, so I wouldn't be surprised.
I agree. I think Opti will do great. If maybe not in this tournament, but in the next couple, she'll be really high up there. And the last group, Old Vampire Lady, Hoodie Two Shoes, and Harvey's. Old Vampire Lady was the one that got switched with Opti. Again, I'm assuming just alphabetical order because they were tied. So we did flip a coin and they ended up flipping groups.
Yeah, and if there's one guy who hasn't had the tournament that he's wanted so far, it's Hoodie. And I've raced against him in a lot of pickup races, and you can see me up there and him down here. But in those pickup races, he's beaten me more often than not. So he is definitely in contention to be this year's comeback king, making the playoffs after getting 1-1 in the first 2 races. But he definitely has a mountain to climb here. I'd say he's planning on winning that race, and he'd be pretty despondent if he doesn't.
I agree. It's weird to see Hoodie down this low. I think he is a great player. And just luck of the draw. I mean, it is Winter League. Anything can happen, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, Hoodie is absolutely one of the hardest working players, practices all the time, was just always opening up race rooms. But, OVL is a perennial underdog, someone who's an absolute delight to have in the community and maybe overdue for a breakout. You never know.
For sure, she does a hell of a lot of practice, I'll tell you that. Anyway, those are our groups. We will have everyone in the Discord rooms probably within an hour. So once you're in your room, feel free to schedule for the rest of the week. Please schedule by absolute latest of Thursday so you can get your race in. We will have, like I said, we'll have everyone there. And yeah, really looking forward to week 3.
So am I. And before we go, I'd like to thank everyone again for the restream and for watching. So thank you, chat. Thank you, Shehali, Cyberdog, High Spirit, and of course my co-commentator Quint Patrick. This was super fun.
Yeah, thanks all you guys. Thanks for letting me run my mouth over the reveal show. That was tons of fun. I love providing analysis of this community. And I am so looking forward. These races are going to be insane. I think we might finally have. I've been a little bit, with the races in the first 2 weeks, rarely going over 45 minutes. It's great to watch everyone have fun, but let's get to some of the real flag sets. Let's get some tough ones in there, and I think this flag set is going to deliver. This is a hard one.
All right, I think we're going to raid Apex Corvid, who is doing some DWR. We'll see you guys probably tomorrow.
Yep. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.
Have a good one, guys.